And Jackie, what is going on in Minnesota?
Wow, that's crazy.
That is like the freaking apocalypse. It's too cold there.
It's too cold. They're so they're angry, they're hangry, they're upset. I mean, I'm not speaking lightly of what happened to Renee Good.
No.
But at the same time, I don't even know how to articulate it because it's just crazy. It's just, you're just thinking, what is wrong with people? Why are you thinking, like you said, I love what you said the last time, it's your job to fight ICE.
Yeah.
And why are you fighting them?
Mm-hmm.
Like one of the agents drove by and he says, we're going to get a child predator and you're like impeding our investigation and you're stopping us.
Well, I feel like they believe this lie that they're snatching up American citizens or like, illegal immigrants who aren't committing crimes. Like, I even think if you're snatching up American citizens, they have papers. They're going to let them go. It's not like they're shipping people left and right. I mean, they have to still do due process, which is a pain in the butt to get these people out of here, like the Maryland dad.
Yeah.
And it's Biden who caused this. He let the border wide open. So I don't understand why it's wrong for us to enforce immigration policy. Even Obama. They showed Obama giving Tom Homan this big medal for his work with ICE. And everybody supported ICE until Trump got into office.
This craziness with ICE has all come down to Trump being president. The first term, they were against ICE. Now they're against ICE again, but they weren't against ICE during the Bush administration, during Obama's administration, and even Stephen A., he was saying, if this is true, which you can prove that it's true, but he was saying, if this is true, we have a problem.
Yeah.
But there are two camps. I heard this today from Bill O'Reilly. There's two camps right now. There's the Tom Homan camp, and then there's the other side of the camp with Kristi Noem. Tom Homan, he only wants to go after the criminals, and he wants to go after the people that already have orders to leave.
Yeah.
But people that have been here 10 years and you're born here as a child, he doesn't want to deal with that part of the illegal immigration. But the other camp on the Kristi Noem side, they want them all gone. When I was listening to Bill O'Reilly, I'm on the Tom Homan camp.
Yeah.
I say go get the worst of the worst. And I think you can prove that to the American people. But the people in Minnesota that are standing outside, did you see the one guy with his gun and he's standing outside saying, I'm protecting my neighborhood, don't come around here. Oh my God, what a joke. He's not protecting anyone. They are just out there being bullies, believing in the lies they're being told, the propaganda they're being fed. And it's just, like I said, it's mind-boggling to understand why, like even if you ask them on the street, they were asked, two people. So you know that they're going after people that have like sodomized children.
Yeah. Rape children.
You can't even get through. It's like a brick wall to the head.
Well, I can see why too, because the mainstream media, when Kristi Noem was on CBS with Margaret Brenner, I think that's her name.
Yeah.
I can't stand her. Just how she was with J.D. Vance in the debate. But anyways, so Kristi Noem's stat was 70% of the illegal immigrants that they're deporting, 70% of them are criminals.
Yes.
And then Margaret Brenner's like, no, that's not true. It's like only 40%. And then it gets in your head, though. It's like, who's right? And then if you're only listening to mainstream media, you'll believe that. And I know we're going to get into Don Lemon more, but he's even making the claim that everyone being like taken up by ICE is an American citizen.
Which isn't true.
No.
That propaganda on that side in Minnesota, I don't even know what to call them, like ICE detractors. I mean,
ICE protesters.
ICE protesters. They're really not protesting.
No, they're attackers.
This isn't a real protest. A protest would really be people with signs doing our First Amendment rights.
Like
saying,
the No Kings protest.
Yes, not crazy. This is crazy.
This one dude, he broke into an FBI car and stole the rifle.
He got caught too.
Yeah, he better go to jail.
He better go to jail.
Jail.
And then Nick Sorter, he's an independent journalist. He was dragged on the streets by the protesters, or not, I wouldn't even say protesters, the crazy activists. And he called 911 and they asked him if he was Somalian or if he wasn't white. I would have been all, I'm Somalian, please come save me now. But that's what's so crazy to me. I guess that's why I was thinking in my head, I'm thinking so much about it. It's so hard for me to articulate how I really feel, because I guess really what I want to say is, if I just say it from the top of my head, is these people are freaking lunatics. They're freaking freaks. I don't know who the heck they think they are. They're crazy. They're not normal, everyday freaking people. I mean, one of the men who went into the church, he's a paid freaking agitator.
And he was in jail on Friday, and then he got to go to the church on Sunday.
Well, they said you can't keep him in jail over there. Minnesota, all their judges are left-leaning. They're not going to prosecute you. You're not going to get in trouble.
Speaking of getting in trouble and mentioning the church, like they are going to get in trouble.
Don Lemon.
Oh my gosh, I kept saying her name. Attorney General.
I have it right here for you.
I know.
No, it's okay. It's just a different name. You
Harmeet Dillon.
Thank you, girl.
Yeah, so
girl.
she's...
Thank you, girl. Harmeet Dillon.
So she is the ADA to the Attorney General of Civil Rights. And basically, the people, they went in, just to give context, they went in and they were basically antagonizing, not protesting, antagonizing people in church. Like
they were screaming at them, yelling at them. And so when Don Lemon went to talk to the pastor in charge, he said, don't you think you should talk to them? And even trying to give him a theology lesson and telling him how he's a Christian. And I'm thinking, yeah, you'll know him by your fruits. I don't see you as a Christian, Don Lemon.
Oh, no. You know what he said? He's like, there's a root of superiority in Christians here who are white supremacists.
Yeah. Yep. I heard it too. They were calling that church white supremacy.
Because he's a gay black man. And I'm like, I really do not care who you want to sleep with. And I don't care about your race. He is stupid. Megyn Kelly said, you are stupid and you're a piece of shit. I'm sorry.
He literally, I'm kind of glad. I think he's so stupid. He got together with, this is who I believe. I'm saying allegedly, but I believe he got together with Nikema Armstrong.
That's the BLM?
She's the, let me click on the link real quick to give you guys a little insight into her. Her name's Nikema Valdez Levy Armstrong. She's a little older than me. She was the president of the NAACP chapter, and she was a part of the Black Lives Matter protests in Minneapolis. But she's the one who wanted to go into that church, and she's the one who they're saying allegedly she orchestrated it. And then they've got Don Lemon's now information. They got all his communications. So he wasn't practicing the First Amendment like he's trying to proclaim. So what's her name again? Nakeem?
Oh no, it's
sorry.
I know, it's Harmeet Dillon.
Sorry, Harmeet Dillon. So Kashmir's saying she's the one who's going to prosecute this case now. And what they did, it's called the Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances and Places of Religious Worship. So it's called FACE, the FACE Act. They did it for abortion clinics, but how they could get it ruled that it would be legitimate is that they had to do it with churches too, with religious worship. So this is what it says. I'll just give you a little bleep of what it says. It says, this act prohibits the use or threat of force and physical obstruction that injures, intimidates, or interferes with a person seeking to obtain or provide reproductive health services or to exercise the First Amendment right of religious freedom at a place of religious worship. Basically, you can't even intimidate. And they were intimidating them. You've seen the little kid crying, being held by his parent. You've seen the older man that Don Lemon was chastising. And then he's like, the older man's like, you're not even a journalist. And you're going to sit here and tell me what I should know about the facts when you're going to only spew your side.
And imagine if this was a mosque and we were like white people going and doing that in a mosque. You know how much like outrage there would be?
But what cracks me up is the people of the mosque, they wouldn't even care about them. They don't like them. They don't like gay Don Lemon.
No, they don't. And so I loved what Harmeet Dillon said, though, to Glenn Beck.
Oh, good.
She was like, he should get a lawyer. And Glenn Beck was like, oh, man. He's like, but what about the journalism thing? And then she made this this great argument about the FACE Act, because that is a federal law. So she's like, just think about this, that somebody's going to rob a bank and you sympathize with those bank robbers, and then you're going to go with them while they commit the act and document it. Yeah, you're in trouble because you're aiding and abetting bank robbers, basically.
That was a really good analogy.
Yeah, so I just think it's just horrible that these people think that they can do this to Christians.
I'm telling you why they're doing it. They want us afraid.
Yeah.
They want Christians to be afraid. They're trying to say,
what they did with Charlie Kirk.
You better shut your mouth.
Yeah.
Or you'll be next.
Well, we ain't shutting our mouth, people.
No, I'm not shutting my mouth. And I mean, I know God says pursue peace, but at the same time, we can't become lawless.
No.
And they are lawless over there. I mean, it's just insane. But there's no one in the government that's willing to even help. The police won't help.
No.
That makes me so sad. The officials won't help. And they're all corrupt, because when we get into the next part, when we're going to talk about Nick Shirley, the independent journalist, who's exposing the fraud in Minnesota with the daycares and the
transportation.
Thank you. The transportation. There's a pretty good indicator that the Mayor Frey is involved with the corruption, that Waltz is involved with the corruption. There's a pretty good indication Ilhan Omar is involved.
Well, let's just get into that because I feel like we said everything with ICE. So there was a part 2 of Nick Shirley. He did a 51-minute documentary, and
it was really good.
Yeah, great. I mean, a great watch. Like 51 minutes, like it goes by like that.
And his source is a man named David. He doesn't say his last name because he probably doesn't want him targeted by these ICE activists. I truly believe that a lot of them are paid agitators and that they don't really know what they're getting into. Like, what is sad is Renee Good's wife said, "Oh, why didn't you use rubber bullets?"
Yeah, I didn't know they were real bullets.
That's crazy. That's so delusional to think that you could go fight ICE and think that they were going to use cartoon bullets against you.
Like, these are real federal, like, police officers.
And I mean, this is federal law that you're going up against. But so Nick Shirley, he basically now exposes the non-emergency medical transportation. So you can get these transportation vehicles. You can get grants from the federal government to supplement your business. Well, he showed that all the emergency vans weren't even driven, and you could see them. They were in the snow.
Yeah.
There was no footprints. There was no track marks. And these are all linked to the childcare fraud. So it's this huge, like, apparatus of fraud. And then the one thing that made me and Kashmir totally sick was
the airport.
Thank you.
The freaking airport. They're bringing millions of dollars to the airport.
And who are they supporting over there? Terrorist activity they're supporting. In Somalia.
And also, too, so, like, they actually interviewed a TSA guy.
That's what I wanted you to bring up. And how much money did he say he's seen go through
the airport? It was at least 2 to 3 million. Multiple times.
Times.
So, and there is a report, not just from Nick Shirley, but from other outlets. It was 700 million that's went through that airport. Which you were even saying, if it was us and we were just having all that money, the IRS would get our butt.
No, that's why I'm saying that's why you have to know the IRS knows something. TSA knows something, because even the TSA worker, he said, you know, we couldn't investigate it because he could only investigate drugs.
Like narcotics.
Narcotics. So that kind of money going through the airports. But he said they were baffled. They're like, how are they getting this much money?
And basically, so what they did with the money, go to Atlanta and then go to Dubai. And Dubai, like, that's like a Muslim, like, corrupt area. So who knows? They probably skim money off the top.
That's what I thought.
Then funding all the terrorists over there.
And then they wired the money from Dubai to Somalia. And then now who's being investigated is Ilhan Omar's husband. He is now worth $30 million, just like instantly. So they're investigating him now.
Okay.
But I have a feeling that when the Biden administration was in, they were letting this all go because people are at the highest levels are involved. Like, okay, Tim Waltz, he was running as vice president. He knows nothing about this fraud. When David, he's been doing this research for 8 years, and it takes Nick Shirley to help this man, David, who's an older gentleman, get his cause out there because he was bothered. It made him sick inside that taxpayer dollars were being used like this.
Yeah, that's your money.
Fund the Somali community.
Money. And it's not just in Minnesota. It is us because that is federal grants.
Yes.
Like, they had to stop all the federal funds going into there right now.
And I like what he pointed out. Like, if you're paying for daycare, you're paying a lot of money to send your child to daycare.
Yeah.
And these daycare facilities that aren't even real are getting money. But now they're frozen now. HHS has frozen the funds. And I'm like, good, until they can prove they're legit. Yeah. And I hope they do it to those medical,
the transportation.
Thank you, the transportation.
My favorite one was watching them go on the street. It was like they went to these addresses and there was no medical places. Like, one was a money laundering, or not money laundering. That's probably what they were doing, but money wiring service. Another one.
One's, I'll go next door. Oh no, go back to the other place. Go back to the liquor store. I'm like, this is crazy. Or one guy, he was an American citizen, and he said, this guy never comes in. I've been working here for a long time. He goes, yeah, and then they were like, well, he says he's registered at 30 something, but he says he's in 305 or whatever, just a different room number. And he said, well, that makes sense. He'd have to throw him off by changing rooms up.
And then now, too, Nick Shirley needs bodyguards.
Oh, because they're violent.
Yeah, they had this one guy. He's like, you're attacking Muslims. You don't like Muslims.
They're saying he's racist now. And he's like, it's not racist. And what cracks me up, all he's giving them is the opportunity to say, oh, yes, we are legit. But they won't. They say, you don't have the right. You don't have the right to say that. You're coming in our community. You saying you're racist. You're against the Somalis.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to take them. You want to get rid of them.
And that's not true. We just want the fraud to stop. And then the Leering Center,
Oh, the
now
Leering Center.
they have kids coming in and out now, of course, after
Well,
this.
the kids coming in and out. So he went there before Christmas break. Nick Shirley did. And then CNN's like, oh, you didn't give him a chance to are you sure there's kids there? And he's like, yes, I was there before Christmas break. So then CNN goes there, gives them the heads up, and they were bringing kids back during Christmas break to do the story. So I don't even know why they call them legacy media. I can't even stand calling them that.
No.
To me, just the stupid mainstream media. They just make up their own story to fit their liberal agenda. Like even Jessica Tarloff on the Five.
Yeah.
She wants them to protest. She was egging them on. And then Greg Gutfeld's all, we're like the women, like trying to teach other women out there to be responsible, to be good citizens, respectful, to care about their families, stay home with their families, not taking little babies down to protest and having them in tear gas and horrible things. You just know something is wrong with that sect of society. It is not normal.
And I'm not even going to go with what Megyn Kelly says. She goes into a
Oh no, she's really upset about the churches.
Yeah.
Which anyone would be upset about that because you're trying to intimidate, young kids, children, families, and they're not thinking they're going to get bombarded by protesters. And a little sidebar with that, I know we're kind of backtracking, but the reason why they went after that church is it's said one of the 8 pastors is a field agent
for ICE.
For ICE in Minneapolis. He oversees it.
You can't judge people for what they do.
Well, and you see what's happening. They're stalking these men. They're finding their cars. They're stalking these women. They're finding their cars. They're trying to find out where they live. And their lives are on the line.
They are. Why do you think they have to wear masks? So those people don't freaking stalk their family or their children.
And I just want to say this, why they're doing this. They're doing it so they can keep their power. That's really what I believe. Like, Elian, thank you, Omar lady, Somalian congresswoman. She is found in a video with the owner of
the Leering Center.
Outside the Leering Center, the Governor Frey. He is dancing with the owner of the Leering Center.
And the mayor was with the Leering Center.
That's what I meant. The mayor, and I'm sorry, Mayor Frey, excuse me, not the governor. Waltz did say he did not condone them going to the church. So I thought, well,
finally,
that's one little thing he has.
Well, I mean, you can't.
Tiny little thing.
Well, because they don't want us going to the abortion clinics intimidating women, which I would never do that. I mean, that is just... I think
it's wrong.
It's a great law to have an effect.
All this activism is so they can keep their cause, so they can truly turn us into a third world country and take away our rights. And the next thing they're going to go for is your right to worship God, your right under the Constitution to have free assembly of worship.
Yeah, because they don't believe, a lot of those people don't believe in God, and they
don't
want to
believe
attack
in
us.
God. They make up their own God. Their God is the government.
And woke.
Yeah, their God is woke. Their God is, everybody, all immigrants are welcome.
And it's so funny, like Don Lemon said, like, we're superior. I think they act like they're superior to us, and it's their job to, like, put us down and to make
safe places. Yeah. Oh, they're the ones crying about the safe places. Well, I thought a church was supposed to be a safe place.
Especially, too, you go there for comfort. You go there when you need to connect with God and to be with God and fellowship with others, so... Okay, anything else you want to add?
A lot to go over.
Well, chaos, and I know how you were saying too, like, I feel bad going back and forth, but it's not even like... It's all in one area, though. It's not even spread across the U.S. It's in that
It's sad.
state.
And it's sad, too, because even, I feel bad, but that Somalian community is aggressive.
Oh, yeah.
They're aggressive, and then they want to spin it like you're a racist, and they don't believe that they have to account for anything. But us as American citizens, we believe that have lived here our whole lives. We believe that. People that have come here legally, they believe that. Yeah. We know that we can't just say, we're not going to show you our driver's license, officer. What's he going to do to me if I say no? Yeah. I'm not giving you my driver's license. Guess what? I'm going to be in jail. I'm going to be in trouble.
In jail.
I'm going to be fined.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
And how you're talking about the Somali community, I don't know if it's exactly like Middle East culture, but I just know when I worked with people from the Middle East, even Christians, like, they do not have the same Western society cultures, like, norms, like, lying is acceptable in that practice. I'm telling you, just know.
Anything to save face.
Yeah, and that's from what we learned in cultural communication, and I've experienced it firsthand, so, yeah, a lot of crap going on there.
I agree.
Want to be in the know?
Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Listen to us on all podcast platforms.
Follow us on all our socials.
Visit our website, thenobody757.com. I'm Kashmir.
I'm Jackie.
And we are
the Nobodies 757.